Force of Nature is directed by Michael Polish. It stars Mel Gibson and Kate Bosworth, and it's a Lionsgate picture. So the plot of Force of Nature is about a gang that wants to find these paintings in this apartment complex. So they go to the apartment complex. This is where Mel Gibson lives. And there's a huge storm brewing outside. It's a very nasty storm. So other characters try to get Mel Gibson and others out of this apartment complex to a safety shelter. Gangsters show up at the time the police show up to tell Mel Gibson to leave. Mel Gibson has an attitude and doesn't want to leave, and then the gangster guys show up and they're looking for this painting. Long story short, this movie is very poorly done. The pacing of this movie is really slow. And it's not slow in a way where it's like terrible. It's slow in a way where it's not interesting. And you do not care where it's going because it's just so bland and dry. There's zero rewatchability in this movie. There's no standing ground for it to hold its runtime. And it was already pretty short as it is. You know, Mel Gibson has an attitude with the cop, and then he's supposed to be a badass. The one thing that they did do, I'm going to give them credit for, is usually these straight-to-video movies, they have a star on the cover, and then the star's only in it for like anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. Mel Gibson truly is in this 90% of the film. I cannot dog them on that. He was in it. There's no tricks in that. The trailer, you know, it made the movie look more exciting than it is. There's a lot of odd things in there. Like you can tell that the rain is being used by machines because there's too much rain. And then all of a sudden their hair is soaked, and the next scene their hair is completely dry. And there were soldiers holding like fully automatic weapons, and they were only within 10 or 15 feet of people, but they had scopes on them for some reason. And I kind of found that odd. It was like, well, the guy's like 10 feet away. What do you need to look through a scope for? So I think it was more just a tactical thing to make them look cool. And to an audience, they're not going to enjoy this. They're going to get bored like I did. I can analyze things differently. I can appreciate the cinematography. How much work did they put into it? Oh, that was a really good shot. Or that looked expensive. They must have spent a lot of money on that particular situation. Or maybe special effects. Or it could be a prop. I see those things. A typical audience that's not a movie nerd like me, they're not going to pay attention to that stuff. They're just there for the core thing. That is the story, the pacing, and the fun of the movie. Is it entertaining you, or are you dabbling on your phone right away? I think this is one of those, I'm going to start looking on my phone within 5 minutes. The only thing that you're going to be hoping for is it to be over. Like, how much longer does this have? Even if you're one of those people, you might not even be one of those people. You might just shut it off. That's even with Mel Gibson in it. Even Mel Gibson could not save this movie. I'm going to grade Force of Nature a D+. Well, thanks so much for tuning in again, guys. I look forward to giving you more reviews, and I have more coming up that are on the way. I will tell you this time when I'm reviewing, I am going to be reviewing the new Tom Hanks movie, Greyhound. That's going to be my next review. If you want to hear what I thought of it, see if it's worth your time, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when my review comes up, and I'm going to catch you guys on that review.